Hello guys, it's me Tim and today I'm going to be doing a Black Ops 2 commentary. In this gameplay I am playing against bots because I am not good at this game when it comes to real multiplayer with real people, and also will mention about a problem that is relevant to teens these days who are addicted to the internet and their video games. What I mean by addicted is that they will go browse the internet or play video games all day long and do nothing else. To really get this commentary started, is that I'm pretty sure that most of you guys know about various types of drug addictions and what it does to your brain, body, and health. The same goes for gaming too. In my experience about gaming addiction was when I was playing Call of Duty for 3 to 4 hours straight for 6 months. I became a complete nerd about it. In conclusion of that, I was a Call of Duty addict. Yes, I am an addict, but not to the point on where I affect on how well I perform in my academic studies. Gaming for long periods of time altered my capabilities to socialize with people. Whenever my friends gather in a group talking about this and that and other random stuff, which most of the time is not about video games, all I can say, all I can, all I can talk about was just video games. As nerdy as I was, people told me to get a life, which is a short term for going outside and play, exercise, do physical activity, deal with the real world, and or other things that keep you off your electronic device. On on whether it is internet browsing or playing games or video games. And if you find that you are a gaming addict yourself and do nothing but play and talk about video games all the time until you are old, these gaming skills won't matter as much as it did back then. To reword what I said about the last sentence is that the older you get, the weaker you are. And the weaker you get as you age, you begin to lose interest in video games, browsing the internet, because they start to get boring. And it's going to be pretty hard to find a new hobby that interests you in that old age because one, you wasted all your time and life gaming and internet browsing for 3 straight hours or more every day without taking breaks. Two, if it is to the point that you are incapable of socializing with other people in real life, life would start to get boring. Life also gets boring if you are weak and or sick, because it is going to be hard to enjoy life in that particular situation. Now let's get back to the young adult and teenage years. If somewhat contradictory to what I said of why video games are bad and stuff like that. But however, everything has its ups and downs. On the positive side, gaming can be a method of relieving stress. It can also it can also help to have improved skills such as reaction times, decision making, coordination, collaboration, and problem solving. And sometimes a lot of people tend to be more comfortable of talking to people online rather than face to face. But the, but the main point of what I said is that everything and anything too much is bad. Addiction is one example of too much. It cannot be recognized immediately because addiction takes time to build up. Most especially through interests. Through interest. Here are some signs that you might be addicted to the internet or playing games. Some signs include changes in social capabilities, prioritizing gaming above important materials, which I'm going to talk about that later on. Changes on how you tackle everyday life, obesity, lack of fitness, or if you play 3 or more hours in a row without taking a break. What I said about prioritizing is that you invest all of your time, effort, money, and health into this type of addiction. And it also can mess up your life. If you put, if for, for, um, excuse me, financially, if you put in the majority of your money, or not even all of it, this is a horrible mistake to do. If you do this, you are placing yourself in a position where you can't pay your bills, your rent, your taxes, your loans, and those and that kind of stuff. Another phrase for this is that don't put all of your eggs in one basket. However, if you are a marathon gamer, you are sitting down, somewhat wasting your time playing games, while instead you can be outside doing, learning new things, and obtaining new friends. It can, marathon gaming can also lead to obesity, which can make you slightly weaker in 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 physical activities that you try to do. Also, another sign of addiction is that if the game you play is so much fun that you can't live without it, that is a problem. In fact, that is an addiction. Some more serious consequences of gaming is that when you prioritize your game over your health, examples of these consequences are when you are feeling hungry, you skip your meals and play games instead. It's like you're sort of like starving yourself, and if you do this for a long period of time, you might be even starving yourself to death. Also, another serious consequence of this is the lack of self-care. When you feel that you want to go to the washroom, or you have to take your pill, medication, or whatever that has to do with taking care of your body, such as hygiene, and you skip all of that just because of gaming, you will soon feel sick, smell bad, or feel depressed from lack of physical activity. And the worst case scenario is if you like game for like excessive long, excuse me. And another serious consequence of that is that if you game for like 12, 13, 14, 24 hours, the worst case scenario of that is that you can pass out, faint, or die right in the spot of where you are gaming. But as for myself, I still play video games, I study, play basketball, and do other physical activities, and socialize with friends. Gaming and internet browsing has its ups and downs, and it is okay to play video games and browse the web, as long as you balance or spend your time wisely in playing video games and or browsing the internet with other real life activities such as physical activities, hanging out with friends, studying, doing homework, chores. And if video games and internet usage does not become an addiction or a problem with your everyday life, things are gonna be okay. So, this is how much I could talk about, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Uh, so yeah, uh, I I hope I get a high mark for this because I put a lot of time and effort into this, and yeah. So this is the end of my this is um yeah, this is pretty much the end of my presentation. So have a nice day. And if you liked it, you can click the subscribe button on my channel to keep up to date with the videos that I post in the future. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna be saying. Um. By the way, guys. Since I pretty much covered all the topics that I'm supposed to cover, this commentary should have been done. But whatever. Well, if we have some extra spare time remaining in the day, or extra spare time remaining on this block, this video is like um 2 to 4 minutes away from being done, and that will like pretty much be all. So until the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Also enjoyed the video as I get, sweet kills with the VTOL warship, Lodestar, and those score streak thingies. So that will pretty much be all. So enjoy the rest of the gameplay. This is Tim, and I am signing out. Bye. Peace.